what is today's date? I got it. 19K. So 04192025. Data log 1. Stream 19. I'm so freaking fed up with this. What are you doing? Stop touching me. Unhand me, foul beast. Oh, you was looking for the remote? Sorry. I saw it. Go in inside. Go in inside. Okay. Let's switch over. Okay, so I'm going to grind because this is not only the way I did this schedule was to force me into doing more things. I should get out more and touch grass. And one of it is to complete this dang game. Okay, so I must because I love Square Enix. So I must respect them by completing this game to 100%. So you guys will join me on this while I tell you about a couple things that I came across. We're going to start with the brain rot that I just consumed today. That was the wildest thing, okay? Okay. I think it was called It's a Lifetime Too Late. And
Careful out there.
The main chick, her fiance gets hit by a car, and then she's like, I can't handle life anymore. And then attempts to also stand in front of another car passing by. Like, he's like right there, like on the ground. She's like, I'm gonna take the next car that comes my way. And then what else? What happened next? Dude, this is actually quite hard to think and do this. She gets what's the word I'm looking for? Transmitigated, like transmutated, something. Okay, cool, great words. We'll put it on the screen if we remember what it was. Okay, and it's a system that's like, okay, so here's the thing. This guy, you have to complete 100 tasks for him. And then we'll send you back to your original world and revive the guy you actually love. So, like, in order to get around him saying, why are you being so nice to me kind of thing, she's like, because I love you, even though it was a lie. Alright, we're following along. Do we understand? So in her battle to bring back her fiance to life, she is completing all these horrendous tasks, and I mean like horrendous tasks. And at the very end, they go, okay, well, he says, the guy that's her system's goal, we'll call him Guy B because it's just easier to call him Guy B. Okay, Guy B. Guy B goes, you're going to give your heart because you're compatible with my childhood best friend who I actually like care about, you know, because I don't care about you. And she's like, okay, sure. And then he's like, wow, she really loves me. Yeah. No, she doesn't. Hopefully no one forgot. Oh my god, I'm almost out of chicken food. I'm gonna have to go buy some. I have so much stuff in my inventory all of a sudden. So they go through this surgery or whatever, and like there's a couple of other things that happen, I guess. Okay. Storage box, let's go right here so I can drop off these random things I don't necessarily need. Is this one clean? Yeah. And then drop that off. I'm gonna keep my potatoes and stuff, and these I need technically to go fight, but I'm not worried about them right now. Back to my crazy story. So So I don't know. In the time frame that he's helping her or something, I need to remember. I need to go buy some chicken. I loved all my chickens. It's okay. Okay. I gotta love all my sheepies. Whatever these are. I missed. Did I not click you? Yeah. Okay. Great. Wait. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm stuck. Oh. Okay. So. I got some stuff. I'm gonna put it in the thing. Make some milk. Some milk. Can make no mayo? What the? I'm gonna know things? Really? That's so not. I don't feel like that's correct. Okay. I think I'm waiting for the seasons to pass. So garlic is in the summer, I believe, or the spring. We're in things. Okay, and I'm only on the 4th day. I got some time to go. Got everything here. I can't do that until I clear my map of things.
Oh, you're back. You're up early.
My useless edgelord of a husband. Eggplants. I gotta wait for them to spring as well. Fortify. That's making a bunch of money. Ridiculous money. Great. That's done. These things I gotta wait for spring. That's what I was working on, I think. And making money. Planting things and making money.
Be careful out
Let's
there.
go see how many potatoes I have, because I might go break it down. So what was I saying? Okay, so like, I don't know, he's like there for her, I guess, for like a few minutes. I don't know, it's some weird stuff. But at the end, and then the end of it, she goes into surgery. She doesn't make it because the artificial heart's not gonna work. Because obviously that makes sense. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the potatoes on the next round. No, I should have did it so that I can make some money. Spring, summer, fall. Oh God. Some potatoes. Whoops. I'll do 20 potatoes. $30 of these. And then I gotta go to the store. So back to the story. So she passes away, you know, during surgery, because surgery doesn't like always work like that, and they do open heart surgery and all these fun things. Okay. I don't know. He listens to the recording of his little female, his childhood best friend, and it's like talking about how she don't really care for him and all these things. It exposes her for who she really is. Oops, this was the wrong store. I could have bought some seeds though. I have plenty of time to spare for the summer. Oops. I mean, not the summer. This is winter. What is wrong with me? It's so cute. Yeah, this is what I mean. Yeah, I need a lot. I needed a lot. Okay. Well, Stardew Valley meets Final Fantasy. That's a good way of looking at it. Okay, my edgelord husband is useless. Spew. Great. Well taken care of. Chickens well taken care of. I don't need to pet them no more. I don't have to pet them anymore. Okay, I gotta go fight monsters. So I've got nothing better to do me. No, okay. So I'll just grab 20 of those. I guess I do have some other things I gotta go run. sometimes he just leaves and doesn't come home. So don't be on his side. Don't be on his side. Divorce! Divorce! Anyways. So, he ends up like, I don't know, oh my god! No! I actually can't read half of the comment. It goes off the screen, so that's gonna need to be adjusted. This one. I'm gonna risk it for no biscuits. Ooh. I need to make some more thingy-ma-bombs when I get back. It's rough. So, anyways, and then he, gets real sad and tries to jump off the ledge, but then the system that sent her back home as well, which I guess I should catch you up on what happened to her after she didn't make it through surgery, so she goes back to her original life, and her fiance is revived and stuff, and she's trying to like work things out with him, because apparently he doesn't remember her and jazz, which makes sense, you know, he's like reborn and all that jazz or something like that. And then other guy from other world, because he tried to jump over the edge, is transferred over, and the system was like, okay, now you have to make her fall in love with you. And he does not succeed, but he thought it would be easy. Oh, did he say, oh, this is gonna be easy. Oh, I'm out of, I gotta eat food. I like to eat the ice cream in the middle of a fight. And so, anyways, and I'm gonna put it on the screen whenever it post edit who these people are. But he does like try. I was sitting there, I was really wondering some questions. Okay, first off, his female best friend, whenever after like a day after surgery, after open heart surgery, getting a whole replacement heart, she like gets out of the hospital room and goes banging on his door and all these things. And I don't understand how she could possibly doing all those things with, you know, just out of open heart surgery. But I think she ends up like left alone on the sidewalk where she falls. And anyway, so the other guy, he's trying to pursue her and stuff, and then at some point I guess he goes on like a last date, which the fiance allowed. And it was like kind of a moment, I guess. I don't know, it was kind of weird actually, to be honest. They were on like a Ferris wheel, and then the Ferris wheel had like a completely blacked out cubby. I don't know, it was kind of weird. What else? Oh, well, he comes and he hugs her from behind after everything. It was real weird. And then the fiance come up behind and was like, I'm gonna beat you up. And I'm like, oh my god, beat him up. And then he ends up actually apologizing, and then he leaves and he walks away and disappears. And then at that moment, the fiance is like, he just disappeared. And she's like, yeah, I told you so. And I'm like, so you didn't believe her? You were just saying it to make her feel better. That's not cool. That was a little dirty, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but I'm so close.
All clear. You have my gratitude.
Shush, you guys die and come back after a few minutes. What? You have a problem with my heal tactic?
Yeah, I kind of think it's dangerous to just chug down like random bits of food, you know.
No, I just drink orange juice. I mean, I just drink like blueberry juice.
It's like the meme off of Skyrim and Oblivion and stuff. You know, you just eat your food to replenish your health, so you just sit there eating like a whole carton.
Oh, I thought I was about to be glitched again. Oh no! Oh no!
The real question is why weren't any of you like
Because I hadn't attacked yet. So I must attack first.
silly, huh?
No, not really. My swords, who will win? Not me, I'm about to get blasted. Meow.
Off brand too, so
Meow. Meow. Oh, 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 oh. I couldn't even change my reaction. It was stunned. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, no! I forgot where it was in my story. It was the very end, though. Oh, he lied, by the way. At the end of the story, the fiance, he had said he remembered, and she was like so happy. She was like so stressed about this man not remembering her. And then he says, "It's unfortunate I forgot, but I would do anything to protect you." And I was like, well, I'm glad that the other guy made a scenario where he could be protected. Because I remember I told you. I said that. I said, see, fiance is like the kind who only likes the girls that are damsels in distress, the ones that he has to protect. While the other guy was like a golden retriever just following around and stuff and hoping that maybe pets will happen.
ball.
Ball? Love? Without a twitch of an eye. Okay, and then I got stuck in another one, but I wasn't supposed to click that.
Why don't you tell me about that Genshin Impact thing?
Okay, so it was an entire misunderstanding that came about from bad actors. Quite literally. They just were foul people in character and nature. So the chick who plays the main girl, she's like a little, with like little white hair or something, apparently got mad at somebody for being Paimon, maybe, I don't know, I can't remember. But she apparently attacked this guy who had absolutely nothing to do with any of the situation at all, but no one knew that until people uncovered it. They just couldn't figure out why the voice actors were tearing this one man up, and it was because supposedly he had taken a job from somebody who was a part of the strike that is going on. But it had nothing to do with anything because the said company and Genshin Impact had no association to each other. But it did not stop her from going on, I think it was Twitter, and saying some things. Now, here's my favorite part, is before everybody knew, like, what the truth really was, this chick decided that she was gonna make "oh poor me" videos, and that made a lot of people upset. Actually, it's so bad. In fact, hold on, let me see if I can pause this real quick. Okay, let me read these comments out loud. Please change Paymon's English voice actor. Everyone will be happy. I'll even do another 6 months of Battle Pass if you want. Another commenter responds, I'll top up too if they do it. If I were an English dub enjoyer and have to listen to that rat scream any longer, I would actually quit the game. What a voice. It's like a desperate mouse that got pressed onto a grill by a piece of bread and slowly gets made into a sandwich.
That is brutal.
These are the Chinese players of Genshin Impact.
Oh my.
So, yeah, it's pretty rough. But,
Well, is it the voice actor in China, or is it the voice
no,
actor
it's the
in America?
English voice actress. Sorry, should have made that clear. It's the English voice actor. I could probably put a picture up of her, too. She do kind of look a little like she's unhinged. Because one of the videos that she does, she's holding onto a toilet saying, oh, poor me, I can't handle all the hate that everyone is giving me.
You have my gratitude.
Like, she didn't do that to that poor man who had absolutely nothing to do with anything. By the way, they were calling him a slur, apparently. It's like a scaber or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. But it's somebody who takes jobs from their fellow actors.
Yeah, I think it might be. Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually not going to pretend I know.
Right? It's like, it's just one of those types of things, I think. But I'll put on some stuff posts, since most of these are supposed to be made for mostly post edits anyways. But there was some that were like backing her up at first, but like she really did. Like, she was holding on, so she was holding on to the toilet because she was saying that there was so much hate going on that she thought that she was going to throw up, so she needed to be by a toilet at all times.
Battle. All clear.
Oh, and they started making memes of her that says things like, I'm disabled, leave me alone, or whatever, because so she attacked this guy saying, you're taking jobs from people who are on strike. She's like, but I'm not going to give up my job. I'm going to continue to do my job, even though I'm supposed to be on this strike.
What kind of, like, what is that? That's hypocrite?
I don't know what you want to call it, but that's what she did. And so there's a reason that people don't necessarily like her, but I did think it was just like really fascinating how all of this arose and was a problem because she decided to open her mouth. Because honestly, she didn't need to comment no mean things on nobody's stuff. She didn't call nobody no names. She even goes, I'm just like him. You should be mean to me too. But then she holds the toilet later on, complaining about how everyone's so mean to her. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Lay in the bed you made. You can't complain about it. Anyways, I thought it was really, really funny. Because it has something to do with Genshin Impact. Like, who would have like guessed that there's some drama involving Genshin Impact? But it was on such a small scale. But, I mean, it is about the Union. And because of this, so she defended the Union. Like, the team that she's on. But because of everything, people looked at the actual documents that the Union was trying to do. And it was suspicious. Who would have guessed? Even the Union people are suspicious, apparently. So now people are wondering if they really need the Union or if they should be looking into the Union a little bit more and things like that, because like there's a whole thing. I believe it was Minji's video. I hope I said his name right, but let me go confirm whose video it was that I watched. They broke it down really, really well, and I suggest if you're actually curious to go and do that. Okay, yeah, it's How Entitled Voice Actors Ruin Their Careers. And it was by Minji. I know I'm tired. Hold the phone. I'm trying to do stuff right now. I'm trying to talk and you be rude. Watch me. Stay up late now.
You go pass out on the side of your bed.
No, I'm not. I'm very sleepy now. But, like, he breaks it down, like, the whole thing of how they're not a part of it, from the meaning of the Union to these cool laws or whatever that were passed, like, a long time ago that people were trying to, like, I don't know, and people are like, it's so simple. And then they're like, it's actually not that simple. And if you look at it, it actually says all the things that you're trying to hide right now, buddy. And it's just funny how the voice actors who were trying to defend said union is the ones hurting it the most.
Huh. That's kind of suspicious.
Is it?
Careful out
A
there.
little bit.
Is it as suspicious as all of the things that have been happening with a lot of the VTuber companies? These are cabbages? They don't look like cabbages.
Hello, little crappies. Hello, little crappies.
I was supposed to buy some more plants to plant.
Hello, little
Farm work is
crappies.
pretty good wing exercise.
Hello, little crappies. Hello, little crappies.
I can probably use something here.
Those were like some square fruits or something.
Square fruit?
None of the orange ones looked like they were like square or something.
Hello, little
They're probably orange shape.
Ah, I'm just blind. Did you feed your chicken?
I did. They're all well fed, don't worry.
I worry.
Get over yourself.
Make me.
Yeet! Dizzy!
Do not throw.
Oh! Do not threaten!
Alright.
I think I was supposed to go buy some seeds. Because it's useless to have a farm if you don't got nothing to grow.
I mean, I guess, but like you said, you're trying to just get to the summer, so.
Yeah, but I'm also trying to grind out money.
Oh, yeah, so you could upgrade?
Yep, so I could do the upgrades. So this is my time to get the upgrade one out of the way. Which I could probably go run into town to do anyways. Okay. And then it gets quiet and stuff. Is that what was? Can you tell me a little bit about the Baldur's Gate update?
Baldur's Gate update added like 12 new subclasses and a few other things. It's going to be the final update though, so they won't be adding anything unless there's like post-haste fix or whatever, like bugs or anything. But it added crossplay, and been enjoying that.
Crossplay?
Yeah, cross-platform. I can play with PC, Xbox, PlayStation. You know, they all can play together as long as you have a Larian account.
A Larian account?
Yeah, that's the developers of the game.
Speaking of developers, there were some of the developers I know that were inside of that union lawsuit. The union contract was actually a little wild. Like if you read it and what they said about it, it doesn't match up. But this is the thing that I have to clear all of these. And as you can see, once you hit level 12, well, I don't know, but this one is 25.
I get some expensive.
Yeah, how much do I have? I can't actually see it.
You got 25,021 Barilla.
That's so not worth it.
You can upgrade one thing.
No.
Cheers.
I'd rather reach for them goals. But I have to, I needed to I couldn't spend all my money because I have to go run and purchase seeds so that I can rebuild all of my fortune again. Meow, meow, meow. Saw that?
I did.
You didn't see anything. Be quiet.
Abuse.
Let me switch transportations.
Is that a spaceship?
No. No. I can't go to space. It's a hover plane.
Oh.
I actually don't know what it's called, but it's not a spaceship.
I think it's called a spaceship.
I think this is the general store.
Fighter.
Be quiet. You don't know that. Okay. So this one takes me 3 days. This takes 4 days. Oh, I must get a lot more money for these. Great. How much can I get?
39. You get 99 of that.
Yeah, I think that's because I came and I purchased a bunch a few days ago. And it doesn't restock. Can grow that even if I fucking wanted to, man.
Home.
So I can go scatter my seed. Later, husband?
Careful out there.
No.
Me.
Okay, so I don't know what else. Oh, man. See, I knew it. Not enough stamina.
Oh yeah, your stomach's empty.
Bam. Hiya. Take this. Ba-ding. Hiya. No, it's take that. Hiya.
Farm work is pretty good wing exercise.
Be quiet.
Why are you nice to the green one and the red one? You're like, bye.
You misunderstand.
I do. Elaborate.
I was mocking
Oh.
the little green fairy. But I cannot mock the other fairy.
Bam.
No, you just have a sheer hatred for the orange one, right?
She's red. I think her name is Fire. I can't remember how I named them actually.
I think you named the fire one water.
I think I know. I can't remember, but I think I named them after the actual the pixies from the 90s from Winx Club or something. I think that's what I named them after. I'm not 100% positive, but I'm pretty. Oh,
Big fan of the Winx, huh?
yeah. I really like. At first, I had enjoyed the reboot on Netflix for it in its real life version. You know how they like to make the real life things, but honestly, I just feel like we've lost creativity. I feel like no one has any pride in the work that they do. I feel like people who take other people's work and then they slaughter it by pretending that their idea was a better idea. And it started out great, following the story with a few changed elements to make it make sense, which was okay. That's cool, fine, that's fine, whatever. But then it's like it just took an entirely different direction, and no one could agree on anything. So then they delayed it, and then last I heard about the story's development was completely no longer at all what it was supposed to be. Like they took away what's her name? I can't even remember her name. Blair, something. I can't remember what her name was. But they took away her original personality. They gave her like I don't know, you remember Sabrina? You know how Sabrina the Teenage Witch was back in the 90s?
Yeah.
And then they made a reboot of it with that other one and it was like a pretty cool one. It was like a mixture of supernatural meets.
Yeah, I actually like the reboot of Sabrina.
And it was so it was really good, but it has nothing to do with the original story other than taking a few things, and I think it was really well done. It did start to kind of get grindy feeling when watching it, but
Which one, the Winx or Sabrina?
Sabrina,
That's fair.
like after I think they like changed it was like either the second season or something, I can't remember. I think it was either the second or the third season. One of them was like, the direction is gone. I don't even know where anymore. Oh, I ran out of seeds. Damn.
I agree with that.
And it's like they just kind of lose sight of the plot or something. And no offense, that's okay, whatever. That's just not something I'm interested in, I guess. I should go go get some more berry juice so I can just down that. I gotta put some more going too while I'm at it. Because it takes a couple days. This. I could eat that. I don't need this. I don't need that. I can sell this to make some berry juice.
They're not just any berries. They're cool berries.
Yeah? You like that, buddy?
No.
No, you don't like my cool berries? Well, you're not cool, so
No,
shush.
they look like lame berries.
Yeah. Kakui desu ka? Yeah. Dizzy-san.
Cool.
Dizzy-san wa kakui desu ka? Yeah.
Sup, Popcat? It's Popcat. You're not late.
You're just in time. Honestly, I have lost touch of the plot as well as many of the people in showbiz. Do tell me though, Dizzy. They were talking about for the union stuff that no one really knew about it because it wasn't affecting any of the games releases so far. But what games are expected to release here soon? Do you know of any new upcoming games? I think Nier and them are aiming for... Square Enix is aiming for a game for next year with the Death Stranding 2, or is that still expected to release this year?
Death Stranding 2? I don't know. I do know that I heard down the pipeline that the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remake that they've done in secret is allegedly going to release sometime next week. So I definitely will probably stream that at one point if we
Okay,
have
cool.
a second.
That'll be cool.
I'm trying to think of other ones. Let me.
I know,
look
I
it up
should have
real
looked
quick.
up the list of the Union ones and stuff so that we could have compared notes too. I'm honestly so stressed out by all these streams that I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna take a break for like 2 weeks or something after we finish this month. Not only that, but I have to work late this week, and Lord knows.
I don't believe in a lord. Never mind. No lord knows. I know nothing. No one knows anything. Not even the president. Oh,
So there's a really cool game that looks really interesting called Claire Obscure Expedition 33 that is made by a French studio, and it looks amazing. Let's see, I think the new Fatal Fury game is supposed to come out.
Fatal Fury.
Yeah, Fatal Fury. It's an old fighting game. It looks like Xbox is putting a lot of their games on PlayStation. So,
PlayStation is coming out with a new console, aren't they?
yeah, that one's in the pipeworks, but Nintendo's the only one that recently decided, hey,
Well, the only one that officially, but I do believe that PlayStation is aiming for a new system. I do not believe that Microsoft and Xbox and them are gonna do another one. I think that their systems current are fantastic. Oh, the PlayStation 5 did just go up in price again though.
oh, wonderful.
So I did think that was a little fascinating.
So it also looks like Days Gone, which is a PlayStation. I think it was a PlayStation 4 game, and it was a zombie game. It was really good. It had like, I think it had a one-of-a-kind engine to help spawn in their zombie horde. So they're pretty cool. PS5 for the April 25th.
Okay, cool. Great, thank you for sharing that information with me, Dizzy.
They also have Doom: The Dark Ages next month. So
Really? When?
April. Oh, my bad. May 15th.
Oh, that's too soon. That might just hit the 2-week mark.
Yeah.
So we could probably do that day. We could come back, but I'm not sure that I'm gonna stream solid again.
Understandable.
It's just a lot right
so
now.
in May they have a lot more
Withdrawing from
cooler
battle.
games coming out. For instance, they have the Capcom Fighting Collection #2.
I will return to
So
battle.
that has a bunch of like Marvel vs. Capcom fighting stuff. Or maybe no, the Marvel vs. Capcom one already came out. But Dune Awakening is coming
the
out.
next one?
Yeah.
I mean, no,
not a
that
movie,
the game
it's a
version
game,
of it.
yeah.
So they're really gonna release it.
Yep. they're
What
really
studio is working on it?
The same people who did Conan Exile. That game is a bittersweet game. If you liked it, you loved it. You played it like that. If you played it and didn't like it, you very much hated it. Either way, you're correct. They also, I think, are redoing Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny. It's an old Capcom game. And then Elden Ring Night Rain at the end of May 30th. We will probably stream that.
Great.
Lost Souls aside, I think I know that one. And then that's really it for now. In June they have the Nintendo Switch, and that's as far as I want to go because it just looks like it's all Switch 2 stuff. Nobody else has anything. Other than a Five Nights at Freddy's game coming out on June 13th?
Ooh, that's gonna be popular with the kids.
Oops, I'm sorry. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach is coming out June 26th for the PS5 exclusive.
Ooh. And that's why they probably went up in price, because they knew people would pay it in order to get it.
Yep. However,
Dude, people do not understand. This man makes art. And I need to support it, and I just don't know if I could purchase a system again. Like I've purchased every single time I've wanted to play a game. You know why I got a Switch? So I could play this Harvestella game. You know why I got a Xbox? I'm kidding. I got the Xbox because of a different game, but
Shut up.
rip.
I think I got the 4 though for the original Death Stranding.
I have a better announcement though than all those games.
What is it? Lay it on me.
In June, I mean not in June. I'm sorry. In July, on the 11th, Patapon 1 and 2
Oh
replay is
my
coming out for
God.
PlayStation 5, Switch, and PC.
That's fantastic news. How much is it gonna be? Are we gonna be can we pre-order? Man, I miss whenever they would give you stuff if you pre-order.
Yeah, a lot of these companies don't want to give me anything now.
I don't know. Did you see the recent update in Power Worlds fighting back against Nintendo and used Arc and stuff's mechanics and stuff in order to push their narrative to help them? I didn't get to actually read the full entire thing.
So they're using a whole other studio's like.
No, they're
patents?
using the mechanics. They're saying it's very obvious that this court case is malicious because you're coming after us, but you're not going after all these other people who have a similar or utilize a similar gaming mechanic.
It's very true, and I spoke with my friend on this earlier.
That was rude. I'm your friend.
True, but I have other people.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true.
So I was speaking with him, and we were talking about how Power World should have kept doing what they wanted, and Nintendo, as the obvious, they're solidified. They can say what they want, that Power World's encroaching on their stuff and is threatening their brand.
Yeah,
That
but
is
it's
completely not true.
it's the Japanese culture is the problem here that is being missed in this conversation. Do you know what I mean?
Vaguely.
I mean, I'm not trying to insult it. Okay, don't take it that way. I'm just the work culture there is whenever it comes to your stuff, the people take that very seriously. Oh, I gotta
True, but
leave.
they've also shown that other times when other people like make similar stuff and go into the same vein, they usually like.
This
come in
man
and-
just knocked me out of swinging my bell. Rude.
But like I was saying, some like developers and other ones in Japan usually handshake with other developers that do well in the same kind of like thing. So
Everyone is called politeness.
Careful out there.
And while it may work, it is designed within their contracts and the way that they hold meetings that if they can have the advantage, they will always have the advantage. The moment someone threatens their advantage and what their advantage is the moment that they're going to start attacking them, because that's the way you stay on top. So Nintendo didn't want anyone else getting the bright idea, which I have the bright idea of, mocking them by utilizing their gaming mechanics against them. And they just don't want other people to be repeat offenders because do you know how big Power World was?
oh, they made plenty of money, enough to where they could.
Do
start their
you
own
know how big Power World is?
business.
Go
Not even
ahead and
close
look
to
up.
Pokemon.
Go ahead and look up their launching player count, purchases, whichever it is, and I want you to read that number to me.
Like total or the first.
Just
month?
look it up. Tell me what pulls up into the articles. It doesn't even matter where in time. You can only have to read one, if anything. I'm not trying to shut it down like that either.
Oh,
But the thing is that people love nostalgia. But you know what people like even more than nostalgia? Pokemon, apparently. Okay. Do you know how funny it was to people that they put guns, pew pews, inside of Pokemon hands? Let's see, how much did I make from. Look for my cabbages I sold. Do I make a profit off of that?
They have a total of 32 million players.
Okay. That's a lot. Okay. Versus their other game.
I love Craftopia.
I love Craftopia. I bought that version I don't know how many times. You know what? It's even worse
I bought it
because
for other people.
we loved it so much that we had to keep just buying copies. I would send them emails letting them know about their bugs and stuff. Like it was pretty,
And they would fix them.
and they were pretty on top of that.
They would have an update rollout.
So like they're great. However, Nintendo is based in Japan. Power World's company is based in Japan, and not only that, but the way that the reactions were given from people in Japan was very funny. The memeability of things is the currency of today. And so pew pews and cute little hands is just a thing, okay? So Nintendo needed to, say something about it. But I do not think that. Okay, so like that new song, or not that new song, it's not new. Okay, look, the epic musical that's addictive as hell has a part in it where Poseidon says that you have to crush them, or either him or Zeus says you have to crush them so that no one tries to cross you again. Hurting one main thing to prevent the others that could follow is worth the chaos and bad guy label you'll get to protect what's yours.
So it's kind of like off of Bug's Life, where the grasshoppers would just bully the ants,
So those I guess I wasn't listening. Yeah, so something similar to that, but way more organized. Okay, so the cabbages that I spent 220 coins on, technically they make me 80 coins
Careful
each
out
per
there.
day.
Dang. Wish I could make $80 per day doing nothing.
Per one. No, and I bought 36 of them.
Yeah, 36.
36 of them making me 80 per day. Hell yeah.
But with all that, the culture and everything, I can see where you're coming from too, and their strategy as a business, but as also the literal, I would call.
Okay, well we can't even touch on things. I don't know if you were going here, but we can't touch on any of the player base type stuff because that's a completely different story.
Well, I mean, I guess I was saying longevity-wise, they're literally not going anywhere. No one is going to threaten.
Well, that's not true.
Everybody will go to Pokemon, period. You could say that, nobody can argue that. They go to the TCG, they still play it to this day. They will buy the next game. Everybody buys their games. It doesn't matter how bad or good it is. People will buy it, and it will sell. There's just no escaping them. They're going to continue. It's not going to stop. So this one small blemish in time where a game came out of nowhere and made its money and then quickly, I'm not saying quickly fizzled out, they're not as popular.
No, they were going to continue to roll out. They're still going to continue to roll out updates and stuff. And by what Nintendo is doing is they are preventing Power World from adding on any other mechanics to their games, which is going to make people lose interest in their games. They are trying to suffocate them. Genuinely, by doing all these patents. Yes. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying I agree with any of it. I'm just saying that there's more to the story than we could ever truly know.
But I'm just going to, speak my piece on it,
Yeah, that's 100%. I'm down for that. I was just bringing it up, and then you guys were saying something about it, and I just feel like it's important to mention that we don't all understand the cultural context of what's going on somewhere.
Not to mention legality and like
Their
contract
laws are
law.
also different. Honestly, I was listening to some of the China laws recently, and I'm kind of baffled by how they have some laws that protect them in ways, especially when it comes to the internet, that I've never even thought could possibly be passed. Something that would genuinely help. And like if you break it down, it's actually quite fantastic. I feel like they're ahead of the game. However, I understand their cultural context is that it's for suppression. Okay?
Right.
But I think that we could still learn something valuable from looking at the bigger picture, which is what you guys are saying, and how what Nintendo is doing is not.
Right, overall.
Oh,
But
yeah.
In their context, they're perfectly fine within their means.
Well, I'm sure that there's some people within the company that don't necessarily agree with it, but like again, there's not much you can do about it, especially in the culture there. If you speak up, they're going to shun you. You're going to have a hard time having a job. You're going to have a blacklisting is a thing. Speaking up for yourself is like not necessarily the best thing, and then there's a bunch of other things. It would take too long to explain the hierarchy of how corporate Japan works versus corporate America. Corporate America likes to take people and pat them on the back and say nice things, while in Japan, if you look at them sideways, they might drag you on the road. Okay? We used to do that literally, but they do it figuratively. So if you are in a big company, you say something like, if you worked at Nintendo and you said, I don't like what Nintendo is doing, Nintendo's going to blacklist them. They're never going to be working. They're never going to be able to work anywhere because Nintendo has so much superior genes everywhere that no one is going to want to cross them. My lip grazed this mic, and I want to hurl. Okay.
Okay, so I see that we're almost done. Whoa.
I guess I sat up too much.
We're almost done with the stream because I don't want to torture myself much longer.
I'm so proud of me. Look, guys, I'm saving the game. I don't know which one. I think yeah, okay, great. Jeez, just gotta make sure that I'm not doing anything I'm not supposed to.
I see. Look, I saved my game. I played. I'm trying.
The point of this, if anybody at the end again, okay, so my goal is to completely clear everything on like this one. I'm almost done it all except for the garlic. I'm almost done it all except for a couple of things here. I'm almost done it all. I have to wait till I can get garlic. Dun dun dun. I gotta wait to get some garlic so that I can make the rest of these recipes. I have to wait till spring to catch that fish. Right? Or actually, I might have to look for it during winter somewhere.
We'll figure it out next time, okay? Thanks for joining.
Thank you for having a conversation with me, Dizzy. I hope some of this might have been enlightening. I recommend checking out I'll put his thing on the screen post production. I recommend checking out that channel. He's great.
I don't know already, but Johnny, Matashta.
It was nice having you guys. If you like the video, I guess hit like, and I don't know, if you want to see more from me, you could subscribe. Don't worry, hitting the subscribe button isn't like you're joining the cult. It just helps me because I like it. I don't know. We'll find out in the future why I want you to do it so bad.
And then go ahead and leave me a comment. Tell me,
What do you think about the Nintendo situation against Power World? Do you like Power World? Have you ever played Craftopia? What about Harvestella? Tell me if you know anything about Square Enix. Come on, we can have a conversation. Anyways, that's it though. I'm done. No more outro. Bye.